I didn't shovel snow for clout, likes, or a fancy title. I did it because the thermometer read below zero at 5 a.m., and I couldn't stand the thought of my elderly neighbors slipping on ice just to grab their mail. The city's plows left half the street a mess, and if I didn't step up, it'd stay that way. I thought I was doing a solid for the neighborhood. Welcome to HOA Buzz. Hit that like and subscribe for the juiciest HOA drama. Karen, our HOA president, didn't agree. She watched me from her window, arms crossed, as I cleared sidewalks and driveways up and down the block. I even tackled those sneaky icy patches. Neighbors waved, brought me coffee, and lit up the group chat with thanks. One older guy said, "You're outworking the whole HOA." That must have set Karen off. A few days later, a letter on official HOA letterhead showed up on my door, accusing me of unauthorized maintenance that could damage property and bring legal risks. I thought it was a mix-up until Karen appeared, clipboard in hand, face like she'd bitten a lemon. "I see through your little scheme," she snapped. "You're not fooling anyone, scheme," I said, still holding my broom. "I'm just shoveling snow." "You're campaigning," she hissed, trying to undermine the HOA with your fake nice guy act. I was floored. Campaigning. I didn't even know when HOA elections happened. She stormed off, but her words lingered. By evening, the group chat went silent. A neighbor DM'd me, "Karen says you're gunning for her job." True. That's when I realized she wasn't just paranoid, she was out to smear me. In 24 hours, Karen turned my snow shoveling into a full-blown conspiracy. I got kicked out of the group chat. No explanation. Neighbors who once smiled now avoided eye contact. One guy literally crossed the street to dodge me. Then a trusted neighbor sent me a screenshot of Karen's latest move. An HOA email titled "Warning, Neighborhood Influence Tactics." It didn't name me but called out certain individuals doing unsanctioned snow removal to manipulate community sentiment before the HOA board elections. She called it dangerously political. Shoveling snow. Political? She even claimed I damaged her lawn with my snowblower. Except I never went near her property. I steered clear like it was a minefield. I didn't get mad. I got smart. I spent a week gathering evidence. Security cam footage of my snow clearing route nowhere near Karen's lawn. Texts from neighbors who saw me work. Even a note from the old guy with the cane. "If helping people's a crime, lock me up too." Then I read the HOA bylaws. Any resident with 30% neighborhood support 30 signatures out of 98 homes could run for president. I printed the candidate form. Karen wanted to accuse me of plotting. Fine. I'd make her prophecy self-fulfilling. Karen called an emergency HOA meeting that Saturday, clearly planning to bury me. The flyer promised restoring leadership and order. Translation, she was ready to steamroll me. I showed up early, dressed sharp, carrying a binder full of proof. Karen swept in late, flanked by her 2 loyal board members, glaring at me like I'd stolen her crown. "Certain individuals," she began, "are disrupting HOA unity with unauthorized work and divisive tactics." The room shifted, eyes on me. I stood up, calm as ever. I'd like to respond. I walked to the front, opened my binder. Here's my snow route, recorded on my home cameras. I played the footage. Every sidewalk, every driveway, not a flake on Karen's lawn. Here's the warning letter Karen left, claiming I caused damage she can't prove. I flipped to neighbor statements. "He never touched her property." Karen scoffed. "This is ridiculous." "No, Karen," I said. "What's ridiculous is accusing me of a coup over a snow shovel." The room laughed. Then I went for it. Per Section 4, Article 12 of the bylaws, any resident with 30% support can run for president. I have 34 signatures. I slid the forms across the table. The room buzzed. Karen's face froze. "I wasn't planning to run," I said. "You inspired me." By Monday, the vote was set. Karen campaigned hard. Door knocking, more emails, even flyers claiming I'd turned the neighborhood into a communist snow commune. It didn't matter. By Friday, I'd won in a landslide. Karen was out. She didn't take it gracefully. No show at the announcement, no reply to the HOA congratulatory emails, no wave when I passed her house. Instead, she filed a complaint against me for emotional distress and manipulating vulnerable residents. It flopped. One of those vulnerable residents was a retired judge who laughed it off and warned her that her complaint could backfire for misusing HOA channels and defamation. I didn't sue. I had something better. As the new HOA president, I got access to the record. C-mails, budgets, everything. That's when I found it. For 3 years, Karen had been siphoning HOA beautification funds to a landscaping company owned under her cousin's name. Over $9,400 for fake flower beds, phantom mulch, and maintenance that never happened. I showed the board, sent the evidence to the HOA lawyer, and within a week, the company's account was frozen. Karen was served. An audit began. A month later, Karen stood in her yard, in slippers and a robe, yelling as cops escorted her to a cruiser for fraud and embezzlement. I watched from across the street, coffee in hand, as a demolition crew tore down her illegally built patio cover, funded by HOA money. Spray painted on the community board was a neon orange note. $9,400 in stolen funds equals 1 snow shovel presidency. Neighbors set up lawn chairs, grilled hot dogs, and snapped selfies with the wreckage. Karen glared from the cop car, face like a stoplight. Some battles are won with votes, others with evidence. Me, I just shoveled snow. The end. Like and subscribe for more HOA takedowns. Did Karen get what she deserved? Drop your thoughts below.